Hey, good afternoon, good morning, good day to everyone out there. I want to say that we really do appreciate, first I want to say thank you to Mr. Antoine Johnson and Mr. George for the words there and helping us out. Next I want to say thank you to you guys. We really do appreciate what it is that you do, your dedication to your community, to the people in it, and to keeping them safe by looking to send them urgent and timely emergency alerts whenever something dangerous is going on out there in your local area. Again, thanks for being here. Thanks for waiting for me. Real quick, I wanted to say that we built this system. So FEMA built this system. It's called IPAWS to support the president's obligation to warn people when there is an imminent national disaster about to happen. But, and at least, or maybe more importantly, FEMA's been tasked with making that system available to you, local authorities, state, local, territorial, and tribal authorities to use and provide technical assistance so that you can use that when there is something happening in your area that's important that you get information to the public to help keep them safe. So if you look at this system as a quick overview of the system, looking from the left side, FEMA actually, the second to the left segment of this diagram is the actual FEMA boxes and parts of this system. The entire system is dependent and starts with you, local authorities at all levels of government that represent what's sitting in the far left side of that box, what we call IPAWS alerting authorities. They are the beginning of the system, right? All emergencies start local. And although the system is free to use, it does require that you have a ready system, an application, or a tool that can interact with the IPAWS interfaces to be able to create and send alerts. Also requires that you have some policy plans and procedures, some training and exercising the readiness to be able to effectively send an alert whenever that emergency is going on in your local area. The IPAWS Open, the FEMA section, we connect with private sector systems to ultimately, eventually deliver those alerts to people. Those private sector systems, for the most part, are three big ones: the emergency alert system, so radio and television; the wireless emergency alerts, which are provided by our cellular carrier partners to provide alerts to people's cell phones; and then also National Weather Service systems, primarily NOAA weather radios, to be able to push information to people that are listening. Please keep in mind that these are things that will target alerts generally to a geographic area, and they target them to all people. So the P in IPAWS is important to remember: the public. IPAWS is for supporting and for delivering information to all of the public within a given area. We don't do directed messaging to, say, selected devices. So the three big, another important piece of IPAWS here also is that IPAWS is connected to broadcast technologies. So not connected technologies. They don't require people to opt in to a system. They don't require anybody to download a thing. IPAWS is broadcasting information to, depending on the directions of the alert that's been written by the alerting authority, to radio and television, to cell phones in a given area, and then, as I mentioned before, to NOAA weather radios in that area. Those private sector systems are, again, like not specific from a device manufacturer's piece. So they are for getting information to the public in a quick manner in an area to any of the public that happens to be listening to that radio or television station, or to a cell phone that happens to be in the area, able to receive a broadcast from a cell tower that's sending that alert out at the time. If you're not already, and we hope that we are able to convince you today to become an IPAWS alerting authority, you might question is when am I allowed to use this system? What do I use the system for? And the answer is that it is, although it is a national system, it is truly intended for local alerting, to support local alerting also. We want all local authorities to be prepared to use the system whenever an emergency incident is impacting your jurisdiction, and to use it for whatever you find is appropriate for the emergency and the local people that are in your jurisdiction on how they best need to be warned, to get them the alert, the heads up information, as well as protective action guidance to help them avoid whatever that danger may be. We also want you to be effective at using it. Why? Why does FEMA want local authorities to be online and have access to use these systems? That's because, as I mentioned earlier, all alerts, and we truly believe this, and it's truly true that all alerts start local, right? So you local EMs, local authorities, you're at the forefront of the impact of all those events. You're the boots on the ground. You have the best real-time knowledge of what's happening in that area, and you're best positioned to quickly and effectively send an appropriate alert and warning and guidance to people who are in that same area to help them protect themselves and others who may be around them stay safe from whatever's going on. So I really looking forward to, I also want to say thank you. We have local authorities on in our next session. We really appreciate them assisting us with communicating all of the ins and outs of this IPAWS system, and to help learn how they were able to wrangle the system into being useful in their local region, given the good things and some of the things that are still evolving and coming online as technology changes, particularly in the cellular industry across the nation. So I want to say again, thank you very much for being here, and please, as Antoine mentioned, do not hesitate to ever reach out to us via our email address or phone numbers with any question you have about IPAWS. And with that, I'll say thank you and back to Justin.